Hi everybody and welcome to this tutorial for Dire Straits on every street song with a beautiful piano intro, extensive piano intro, not very difficult to play, and then that killer guitar riff groove which I translated to the key, so we'll play that as well. Let's dive right into it. This is awesome music. Here we go. We're starting off with the verse, obviously. That's where Mark Knopfler sings by himself and just with a piano accompaniment that goes like this. Gotta be a record of you some way. You gotta be on somebody's books. Yeah? So those first few chords are an F over C. So left hand plays a C, the right hand plays A, C, F. And then resolves into a regular C, which I play in this second inversion, first inversion, second inversion. Then we go to a G over B, which is a regular G, B, D, and with a B in the bass, and back to C. So again, slowly, that goes like this. There's gotta be a record of you somewhere. Okay? You gotta be on somebody's books. That's A minor. So that's an A in the left, right. The left hand is just gonna play the root notes for this particular part. Later on we'll grab a few octaves, but and if you want to check out the whole song, then check out my cover that I made out of this. Then you have the whole thing in its flow. For this one I'll just explain what I'm doing. So A minor is A, C, and E. I like to add the 7 over there to give it some flavor, you know, because this is a piano-only version. It's just my personal flavoring of these chords. If you don't like it, then leave that out. But yeah, then you'd get to this, or even leave out the A. Again, that G over B to C. So take a look at that part as easy, right? Just walk to the A over the scale of the key. I'm sorry for that one. And then again you do the same thing. F over C to C to a G, and then you go to that's an E sus4. Okay, we have E's in the left hand. Now I play octaves over there. A regular E would be E, G sharp, B. We now leave out that third and play a fourth. So we have E, A, and B. Then we use this inversion. Okay, so that round. Okay. Those two after one another. You gotta be in somebody's books. That part, so that walks down from that A. That we have seen that one, right? So I'm continuing. That's an E minor over G. So this is a regular E minor. Invert it like that, and then play a G over. So the bass walks down to the F. Then an F. I like to dress it up a bit as well over here at the F by adding a major 7. So you can, I think that's nice to keep it over there, but that's not on the original record. Again, my personal flavor. Use it if you like. If you don't like it, I'm just telling you what I do. To C. So that's a regular C. First inversion, octaves in the left hand. And then you go pleasure in the pain. Okay, so that's F. We've seen that one, or at least, I don't think, but just in a root position. Pleasure in the pain. And that is a C over G. So we have seen this C, right? And then resolve to a G. Yes. And then somewhere your fingerprints remain concrete. There we go. Somewhere. This is actually quite simple if you look at it from the bass. So, okay, chords are C, G over B. We've seen that one. Now I'm using a different inversion that is very common in this song, so take note. Use it every now and then. Again, I like to dress up this A minor, but actually in the original it's just a regular A minor. Concrete. An E minor chord, which I like to add the 7 to as well, so then you'd get to... Yeah, and it's your face. That's a D minor chord. I've been looking for. Then we get to. That's a. Okay, so and it's your face. And it's your face. I've been looking for is a B flat sus2. Regular B flat, no third but a 2. Okay, and then invert it like this or make it 4 notes. These 3 are important. You can double with a B flat in the bass, and then you have this distinguishable. Okay, so actually it even adds the 13 over there, because you see, no F, but this was the chord that we're using. So we play that C, but then we don't play the F, but a G, which is a 6 of the B flat. Okay. On every street. So it's sort of the guitar riff, you know. It's maybe cool to play that on every street. Okay, so that's C and A minor, right? That's pretty easy stuff. Then we have the whole round. This is also the second verse and also the third verse, so I'm not gonna go back to this part. Yeah, I got the whole thing down right now. Okay. Now we're going to this. Okay, so there I made sort of a combination between the clarinet and the piano. And I dressed it up a little bit. Let me first tell you the plain chords, and then we'll see if you like those extra notes that I put in. F. So if you make sure that one is on top, because that's the melody, right? And then, so that's an inversion of F, and that makes it, you know, a little bit indistinguishable. That's why it's dreamy. It's nice. If you would play this, you hear what I mean? So we're gonna play it with the C in the bass, the 5 in the bass. Then you're gonna jump to the E, which is the melody note over there. And it's an E minor chord, so same thing happens over here. There's no actual E below, but the E minor chord is like this. If we invert it like this and like that, then we got this voicing. Alright, so I think it's convenient to play that with the right hand, but you could also play the whole chord with your left hand. So the first 2 after one another. Yeah? Then we go to a D over F sharp. So I play this nice open voicing over here. Again, making sure that that one is on top, so we got the melody note on top, okay? That is F sharp, D, A, and D. So a regular D will be like this. Reposition that one over there. And then we have the 3 notes of the D with the melody note on top. And then we go back to... So that's the melody and an E minor chord, this time over G. Okay, I'm gonna do those first 3. Very slowly. E minor, then the D. E minor again, but now over G. Then we got another F chord over here, but now over A. Yeah, so this is your regular F. Double that one over there and that one over there, and then no F over there. Then we're going to go to another E minor over B, just a regular E minor over B, and then a G sus4, and you play the sus4 both with your right and your left hand. So this is resolving to a regular G. This is a regular G. We play this inversion with the right hand, so that's doubling these two, right? And then instead of the third of the chord, you're playing a fourth, so over there as well. And you resolve to the actual G, and then to an A minor. Yeah? And then you get back to another verse. But let me first show you how to dress it up now, what I played. So over at the F, I like to play, instead of just, I add the, for a little dreaminess over there. Yeah, then we go to that E minor. I make an E minor 7. So instead of this, what I just showed you, I add a 7 over there, and you get the first two. It's just a little reharmonization, or actually not really reharmonization, just a little bit of flavoring the chords. Over at the D, I play a 2 as well, just as what I did with the F. So instead of just this, I add that one. And also I like to phrase that. And then we're going to go to an E minor 7 again. So I just showed you this. Again, I add the 7. The first 3, slowly. For the F, again a 2. So F over A, but now with this 2 added over there. Then to an E minor 7. Voice it however you want. You could play this or this. These notes. And then for the G, I just play the same thing that I just showed you. Okay, so that's A5. There's no actual third in there. You just play an A and an E, and however you want over the keyboard. Now then you got another verse, and again, and actually the whole thing just repeats a couple of times exactly like that, except for the final round. And then we're gonna get really cool because we only have that riff part left, which sounds like this. And then it's just a matter of practice. Guys, that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, then please hit the thumbs up, like it, share it, leave a comment, get over to my website if you want to learn more about this style of tackling piano through chords and patterns, and create your own parts, figure out whatever. I got a course called Hack the Piano on my website, and also I just recently opened up a membership area where you can also get all sorts of extra tools, MIDI sheets, and all that stuff from these tutorials. So maybe check that out if you want to dive in deeper, and else I hope to see you next time, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.